those that had an Asian player in their midst, and it really tells quite a story of how most sportsmen or athletes do become ambassadors for their respective clubs or their national sides. Michael Weiss, he's done a lot of good with the Ascals, and that's Radi Avramovic, one of the most respected people in Singapore, especially among the sports fraternity and those that love everything athletic. And it's into the game right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, where the Lions will look forward to ending the Ascals' dream of making it to the finals of the 2012 AFF Suzuki Cup, while they hope to nail their fourth title. Philippines, this would be their one chance to get ahead and probably even reach for the championship. It's been a very exciting contest so far. A huge amount of surprises, with Laos almost ending Singapore's hopes of making the semi-finals. Did stretch them to the wire. It was a 4-3 finish, a 7-goal thriller, but Singapore managing to do just enough to make it through. The Philippines have never been a high-scoring side, but they've done fairly well for themselves, knocking in those single goals here and there, and Patrick Reichelt is totally surprised by the referee's call. Getting ready to meet the bar. That's Edward Sakapano. Free kick opportunity for Singapore, and the Ascals goalkeeper gets a hand to the ball. No worries there at all for him. Well, what does come as a surprise, of course, with the Philippines is the fact that they are regulars time. The Philippines' first footballer, as we call him, Emilio Caligdong, has been coming off the bench. He's 30 years old, but fit as a fiddle, and it's been a bit of a surprise. He, well, doesn't look too happy about it, but he also scored in a recent game, and Michael Weiss probably has a plan in mind to feature him at the right time, and that's a wasted opportunity for Singapore. Well, unable to do much, Shadan Sulaiman. It's been an exciting time for the Lions as well. There's been so much of football that's kicked in with the Malaysia Cup and Singapore becoming a part of it again. One of the joys of the neighbours, Singapore and Malaysia. It's been the oldest rivalry possible in football in this part of Asia. And it comes as no surprise that 8 of the 11 players on field do play for the Lions 12. Philippines looking for an early attack. There might be a chance here, but that goes past the left post. No worries there for Rizwan Mahmood. It's just an early call from Dennis Kagara. Well, the young husband brothers have often been able to break through the defense of most oppositions down the right. Now, this happens to be one of the biggest, well, follies that anybody can make when you can actually predict what a team's going to do, or if you're anticipating them to do it. Singapore was expecting the Ascals to go about their routine, which is score in the second half. That's where they can be most aggressive, because every time that they normally take to the field, and when they do win a game or even pull off a draw, it's always the Ascals scoring in the second period of play. But surprise is the best element of attack, and Michael Weiss would know that as well as the experienced Radi Avramovic. Throw-in taken by Shaiful. Two players who aren't in the side today. We'll talk about why later. But just to sound you off, who could make a huge difference for Singapore, their most experienced and talented midfielder Shijai. Shijai has been a part of the team for the longest time, plays for Home United back in Singapore. And the other, of course, is the young and very, very skilled Haris Haroon. Just 22 years old, has established himself as a very strong defensive midfielder. And taking the first tumble there, Daniel Bennett. Born European, bred Singaporean. Call him what you want. But he's been a part of the Lions through many of the ASEAN contests. Has also tasted glory with the team in 2007. Was there in 2004. It's a strong kick up in the air. And Puric will land the ball back. Singapore's fittest footballer, as we call him. And there's a reason for that. He's been a prolific scorer for the Singapore national side. Known in these parts very well. The young husbands were very cautious of him. 42 years old. Still going strong and fit as a fiddle. For the young husband. Will have to do the walk back. SF1 Barudan just making sure that the Philippine striker would pose no threat. Strong kick taken by Saifulisa. Saifulisa, of course, has also been with the team for a period of time. But the star player this time has been the 28-year-old Sharil Ishak. While chasing ahead, Duric, but won't be able to hang on to that. Singapore looking to claim possession. It's Guirado now who gets it away. Angel Guirado slips that one through. Well, it's a bit too late for Reichel to get to it. And just to make certain that, of course, I do the right honours, let me introduce our referee for today. That's Al Hilali Abdullah Muhammad Masood, who comes from Oman. He's being assisted by Al Mayahi Hamed Suleiman Mahroom, also of Oman, and Al Ghafri Saif Talib Saif of Oman. A fourth official, also from Oman, Al Rabali Yasser Nasir Salim. Free kick opportunity once again. Dennis Kagara gets ready from the left flank. What's it going to be this time? There is a chance here that the Ascals might be able to knock in the first one. Well, struck fairly low and very easily disposed. No way through. Safuwan Baruddin standing guard for the Lions here. Mustafik Faruddin just making sure that an apology is in order for dragging the ball away. It's another free kick opportunity for the home side here. This time it will be Phil Young husband to do the honours. Got a massive fan following. The young husbands. It's Carlos Alberto. Singapore do snatch possession. It's time for a speedy run. Will they hold on? They do manage to. That's going to be a free kick opportunity for Singapore this time. Kagara just sticking the wrong foot out. been a bit of history between the two sides, and it hasn't all swung in Singapore's favour as such. So Felisa. Well, that's good defence by the Ascals. Guirado manages to clear it. And Iswan Mahmood will take control. Carlos Alberto, also known as Khalid Murga, plays in the Philippines for Global Football Club. Well, you're always thinking to yourself, and the coach says easy, does he really mean it? 11 minutes into the game. "11 minutes as Singapore and Philippines will aim to find the back of the net. It's not always an easy task when you're going up against a team that has won 3 championships in the past. That's a feeling that the Philippines will have here today. At the same time, it's not an easy task playing a team that has slowly risen up the ranks. They made the semi-finals last time round in 2010. To make the semi-finals here again. Good defense being done there by the Ascals. Rob Gear manning the ship in the back area. He was made captain of the side a short while ago. That's up in the air. Singapore looking for a chance. Well, Jason De Jong gets behind it. Well, they aren't letting up for certain. Khairul Amri getting into the action as well. Does have a characteristic style of play, Khairul Amri. If you do remember from the 2007 ASEAN Cup, he was pretty much the star performer. He pretty much nailed the winner for Singapore in the second leg of the finals. And that was played in Thailand. Well, a lot of people missed out on one key aspect of that game. Well, the then Thailand captain Datsakon Thonglao, well, issued a headbutt on Khairul Amri. It went unnoticed, but it wasn't enough to stop the striker's celebrations or his team's joy. Mulders trying to knock it ahead. James Young husband. Well, hasn't he got a fan following as well, just like his brother? The girls absolutely love them. They're supposed to be perfect gentlemen, the two boys. But more than that, it's really their football that has spoken volumes. Well, doing the dance right there in front. Hoping for a chance to create an opportunity. Amri. It's a very skilled attacking player. As I mentioned this earlier, has a unique style of play, which he's become famous for over a period of time. Saifulisa. Regarded as a free kick specialist. Having said that, even players like Sharul Ishaq, of course, can, on their day, deliver the goods. Another corner for Singapore. It's up in the air. Well, I wouldn't say it's positioned too well. Radi Avramovic. There was talk of him parting ways with the national side in Singapore some time ago. And it's often like a line that was written in Mario Puzo's Godfather, where you say every time you try to leave, it just keeps pulling you back. Singapore's pretty much been his home and the team that he's enjoyed most working with. Let's not forget he did take Kuwait to the 2000 Sydney Olympics when he was in charge of the Kuwait national side. The Ascals back on the trot. Starting down ahead. Jason De Jong. Daniel Bennett. Well, that's saved. And what a threat being posed there. Khairul Amri right up in front. An absolutely golden chance to knock that one through. Had Rob Gear on his back, but had to take that shot while trying to maintain his balance. Had the wrong foot in front. An effort all the same from Amri. And a good stop by Eduardo Sacapano. Sacapano plays for the Philippines Army. 32 years old. Amri now only 27. Just it seems like he's been there for the longest time. We've been seeing him in so many ASEAN competitions. Sacapano to take the goal kick. We're just trying to maintain his balance. Bit of turf missing there, James Young-Husband. And Mustafik manages to knock that out fairly easy. For an opportunity for the Philippines. Taken by Holly Demurga. And Gurado will be happy. Holly Demurga, also known as Carlos Alberto, will take the throw in for the Ascals. Knocked away fairly easy by Safawan Barudin. Well, the crowd isn't happy, and neither is Team Philippines about the throw-in. It seems to have gone to Singapore now. That's taken by Saiful Isa. Back to the goalkeeper, Iswan Mahmood. Long pass that'll fly straight back to Sakapano. It's off the gear. 20 minutes into the game. It's still a deadlock here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Juan Luis Guirado. Definitely looking for a way through here are the Ascals, but will they be able to find it? It's Carly Morgana looking to stretch it to Reichelt. Turned away by Daniel Bennett. Guirado manages to slip that one through. There's a chance, but it's stopped. Iswan Mahmood will hold on to that fairly strong. You know, when there's a young husband in the area, there's got to be trouble. Guirado, smart move there. And Phil Younghusband right up in front. So Phil denied this time by Iswan Mahmood. Philippines out to prove that they are no pushovers in this game. And they are a side to reckon with. Well, let's not forget, the Ascals are playing at home. He turned that into an encounter, the second leg that will be played in Singapore. It's crazy the kind of fan following that will turn up. It's normally the travelling side that will always be intimidated by the huge numbers of home fans. Having said that, there are exceptions to the rule as well. Well, looking to knock another one in. Khairul Amri has been very hungry today for a goal. Straight up into the air from Saiful Isa. Saiful's got a word from his coach as Alexander Turic looks on. So Singapore take control all over again. It's back to Saiful. Duric hasn't had too much of time with the ball today. Has the advantage of height and a good amount of skill. Garners a lot of respect from the younger lads. Can still get the better of them. Speaks volumes of the quality of football that he plays. And to maintain your fitness at 42 as a striker, not even a defender or a goalkeeper, that's got to be an extreme level of what you're capable of as an athlete. There are a few athletes I remember who are footballers who've played for what seems like forever. One of them would have been Paolo Maldini. I remember watching him as a child. I remember watching him as a teenager. I remember watching him as an adult. And I thought to myself, it's either I've been stalling in my growing years or he hasn't aged a bit. It's knocked to the right. Safawan Barudin. Pass forward by Sharan Suleiman. Just an effort that was a tad bit wasted. Well, there might be space here for the Lions to take a bite, and Duric fails to knock that one in. The backup plan will also going to waste. Duric sends it past the away post, and Shahril Ishaq just missing out on a chance to knock that one in. Duric giving himself a bit of space. It was tough to take it at that angle. It wasn't going to be as easy as it looks. And Shahril Ishaq knows it just as well as anybody else. It was a bit of a tough call. Keep it cool. The referee tells Daniel Bennett, whatever happens, mate. Back to Iswan Mahmood. Felisa. Singapore, after their glory years till 2007, well, went to a bit of a slump. Missed out on the title in 2008, missed out on the title in 2010. Well, didn't even make it to the finals. There's been a rebuilding of sorts with a lot of new players coming in. Well, the travelling side still looking for a chance. Yes, Mustafik Faruddin, who gets in the way, but that will be picked up by Sakapano. So Singapore have been able to cut through the Ascal's defence not once but a couple of times over today. They just haven't been able to finish the job in an execution manner. It's been a very, very slow trickle towards the goalkeeper, or a gentle effort. Mustafik Faruddin snatching the ball very easily away from Jason De Jong. Just talking of how football has grown over the years. And just as Singapore lost some steam, it was that time when the Philippines picked up steam. He will take control. Sakapano, for a country that has forever been basketball daft, which is of course the PBA, which reigns supreme. It's the first time round we look at a game in the Philippines which is pretty much a packed house. Definitely looking for a way out. The official says, well, no problem. The kick should be taken by Singapore, Rob Gear. Or the kick should be taken by the Philippines. Rob Gear screening it well. Amri does take the tumble, but that's because he stumbled. He wasn't felt. It's Guirado. James Young husband. Back to Guirado. What's Guirado going to do? There will be a throw in here. Timely work being done by Saiful Issa to clear the ball before Phil could get to it. Goal kick that will be taken by Iswan Mahbub. "13 minutes into the game, still no change in the scoreline. The efforts have been many as Singapore and the Philippines look to get the better of each other. Who will come out tops here today? That will pretty much determine what might be the outcome of the return leg. But it's any man's game, and with 11 on each side of the field, we're still in for another hour of thrilling action with a break in between. Michael Weiss getting his lads to do his bidding. It's up in the air. Duric chasing it down. It's Carly to Murga. Murga's going to slot that too to Guirado. Guirado, what's he going to do? Well, was brought up on a staple diet of football playing in Espanyol. That's where, or España, sorry, that's where Guirado really comes from. His mother comes from the Philippines. He's of mixed lineage. He's been proud to be a part of the Philippine side. Plays for Salgaocar Football Club in Goa. That is the very Portuguese-influenced state of India. It's Nicholas, Jason Nicholas de Jong. Must have been far than the second time around that he snatched possession from the Philippines midfielder, and that's easily collected. Well, we have passed the half-hour mark. There's been, well, absolutely no change besides the fact that a few more efforts have flowed through. And this time it was Sakapano who took control. Philippines. What's it going to be for them once again? Forodin takes control. Well, it can definitely be very dangerous. But Team Singapore get ahead, unable to get it past the defence. That's good work being done there by Rob Gear. Stands as a wall for his side. It's Kali de Murga, comes down the right flank. He's past the centre, off to Guirado. Guirado takes the tumble. Is that going to be a free kick? But Haki Kazan says that's a wrong call. Well, that's definitely a tackle. On Guerrado's left shin. I can see it. The referee says to Jason De Jong as well. That will be collected. No worries for SF1. Just slip back. Saiful Issa. SF1 Barudin. Saiful back again. Duric. This time round, it's Duric. Gets the nudge there from Guerrado. They're both very tall lads. Duric himself is about 6'2", 6'3". Compare that to Guerrado's about 6'2". Extremely broad-shouldered. His brother's also playing by his side. Juan Luis Guerrado manages the defense on the left. He's a natural left back. Plays in Spain for Racing Lermeno. It's Khairul Amri. Well, down the centre it goes. It's been an odd battle so far. Both the sides trying their level best to find a way through. Did mention that there was a bit of history between them. Now, despite two recent losses in the friendly against the Philippines, well, the Singapore coach Radi Avramovic said that he doesn't intend to leave Manila without a win. The statement is, it's in our hands to let them wait another 2 years to dream. It's good we are in the semi-finals, but our target is reaching the finals. And that's picked up by Sakapano once again. The Singapore coach also made a statement to say Singapore are two-time winners of the competition under me. They aren't an itsy-bitsy team. What's it going to be this time? Will the referee grant it? And it's going to be the first caution. It is the first caution, and it's picked up by SF1 Barudin. Mustafiq trying to figure out whether it was justified and what was the real reason behind that card. SF1 Barudin, well, just giving Guerrado the push. SF1 Barudin gets the first card from the official. No callback number, no address. You can't even keep it. The referee will hold on to it for you. And it will be Kagara. What are the Ascals going to do now? Once again, time to get close with the Lions' goal. Up in the air from Kagara, Daniel Bennett allowing Djuric to do the honours for a change. It's Juan Luis. Geraldo. You'd want to call them a family team, the Philippines. Young husband brothers in front. The Geraldo brothers in front and behind. Put fairly far and wide by the keeper, Iswan Mahmood. 5 minutes shy of half-time here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. What a crowd this has been. What a terrific crowd. So still a bit of time left. Still a goal in waiting. We're just going to look back at a few other things that were said. Besides Radi Avramovic. Philippines have said, you know, that Singapore in familiar territory. They've been here several times already. But the Philippines is not being complacent. We do dream of reaching the finals. It was a bit of a heartwarming moment as well in the Philippines, because for the longest period of time, basketball has always been the number one sport. And that's changed. In 2010, the semi-finals could not have been played here, but it was the football community, the football-loving community in the Philippines who waited forever for their countrymen to host this, the first leg of the finals being played with Singapore. Rob Gear has been wearing the captain's armband for the last two matches. This is the third straight match where he's donned it. He doesn't take anything from the fact that they beat Singapore twice in friendlies recently. He takes heart from the fact that anything can change in a game, especially when you're up against a quality side. Up in the air, passed all the way to the left. Can create a few worries to Jong. This time, it's Singapore's turn. Shahdan Suleiman slips that back to Djuric. Dennis Kagara will not be a happy man this time. Let's not forget we are moving into added time. Thrown in for stoppages. There won't be too much of it. There's been no major incident on the ground as such. And nothing for either of the sides to worry about. Getting ready to take the goal kick. Edward Sakapano. There we are, we moved past 45 minutes. One minute of added time. And there it is, half-time, right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila. We are coming at you live from the Philippines at half-time in the first leg of the semi-final of the AFF Suzuki 2012 Cup. Half-time score, Philippines 0, Singapore 0. Join us for second half action to find out which of these two sides will put one step into the last stage of the tournament, or will take one step into the last stage of the tournament. Stay with us to find out. Catch you in a bit. Welcome back to second half action. This is the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila, where the host nation Philippines here today are facing off with Singapore in the first leg of the semi-final in the AFF Suzuki Cup 2012. There's been a lot of action that we've viewed in this tournament, the way that things have gone about. But it's been a well-matched first half. The Ascals taking the fight to Singapore. Let's not forget they are playing on home turf. The Lions, of course, have also been at their best and they've been aggressive. But here is the part that comes the most important period of play, the second period. This is where the Ascals have been supreme. Singapore themselves have also been able to pull things together in the second half, especially in a game against Laos, with Laos leading Singapore 2-1 at half-time, and they finished off 4-3 at the end of the game. Rob Gear, who's the captain of the Ascals and a part of the squad 2 years ago when they played in 2010, said playing in a hometown makes it very different for us. We are looking at a change. For the Philippines, Marvin Angeles replaces Jason Nicholas de Jong. De Jong himself is such a marvelous midfielder, but Angeles comes in for him. So here it is into the second period of play, as was rightfully said by the Philippines team manager Dan Palami. He said the crowd who will be at Rizal today, the home fans, have been waiting 2 years to have a semi-final in the Philippines. It means a lot to us. Shadan Sulaiman not too happy with the call by the referee. Dan Palami, of course, made a very important statement. He said, when you're playing in Indonesia in a stadium where 80,000 fans are against you and in a small stadium with maybe 10,000 rooting for you, it makes a huge difference, and that's in relation to the semi-final last time around when the Philippines were knocked out at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium in Jakarta. Chance here for the Philippines. Dan Kagara, well, fails to do much with that free kick opportunity. It was fairly up close and personal with the Singapore goal. Abramovich, of course, the coach of Singapore, looks at the 2 defeats at the hands of the Philippines in friendlies as being an advantage. Says we've already faced what we had to. Now it will be time for us to do better. Iswan Mabud takes the goal kick for Singapore. Midfielder Shi Jiayi was ruled out due to personal reasons, and Haris Haroon broke his right shin bone. They've both been sidelined. I like the way that Radi Abramovich has put the 2 games into perspective. It's a 180-minute match with a long rest in between, he says. The team that is more patient and more experienced in some way will end up as the winner. So 2 matches being looked at as 2 halves with a break in between. Fairly interesting. The Ascals looking to keep away the Singapore attack. No choice there but to knock that out. And that's what Marvin Angeles does. Isa Halim. Daniel Bennett with the throw-in. It's back to Bennett. He sets that up fairly well. Philippines able to turn it around. And that's going to be a free kick opportunity. James Younghusband surprised about that call. Shahril Ishaq getting the nudge. Let's not forget Charles Shock has been the shining star of Singapore this time round. The captain is the leading goal scorer in the tournament with 4 goals. Who will take the free kick? Will it be Khairul Amri? A very strong chance here for the Philippines to get it, for Singapore to get ahead and get one up over the Philippines. Khairul Amri knocks that, it's over the crossbar. No worries at all for Eduardo Sacapano. Amri has a fairly decent foot. Well, just unable to guide that home. Was looking to bend that in under the top. Sacapano, well, gauging the line pretty well of the effort. Well, just to keep you in the loop, the 2012 AFF Suzuki Cup is the 9th edition of the ASEAN Football Championship, which was renamed the Tiger Cup, then back to the ASEAN Football Championship, and from 2008 it was called the AFF Suzuki Cup. Malaysia and Thailand were announced as hosts of the preliminary round. That was on the 19th of February 2011. The qualification, besides the 6 automatic teams, 2 teams played in the qualification rounds. That was in Myanmar. Myanmar won the qualification, followed by Laos, who were runners-up. It's the Lions on the trot now. And the Philippines defense holds strong. Bennett fails to get a hold of that. Farudin. And that's knocked out by Kagara. Well, the lads you see behind there, the number 5, that's Juan Luis Giraldo. His brother is the number 12, Angel Giraldo. Angel, of course, is 27. Juan is 33. Both used to play in Spain, but it's only Juan who plays for Racing Lomeno now. It's Angel Giraldo looking to push forward, but by Haki Kazan able to knock that ball back to Shadan Suleiman. But Charles is shocked. The Shark fails to hold on. And the Philippines take control all over again. James Young husband. Isa Halim. Or Shelful Isa, sorry. And Isa Halim will pick up a caution for that challenge on Patrick Reichelt. So that's the second caution in the game. Kagara. Michael Weiss gets a word there from the referee. Let's take a few steps back. Kagara with the free kick. Here's Juan Mabud. Alert to the danger this time. I was just running you through all that has transpired so far. Teams that won automatic qualification to this tournament were Indonesia, that's 2010 finalists, Malaysia, the champions from 2010, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Thailand finished at the top of Group A with 9 points from 3 games. They won all 3. Philippines winning 2. They lost 1, and that was to Thailand. Their opening game, they lost 2-1. But they finished with 6 points ahead of Vietnam and Myanmar, who had 1 each. Charles Leshok. He's got 4 lads in white to get past. Provides a pass. Duric hits it. It's past the near post. Alexander Duric has got a chance here. Aramovic will applaud that. A slight hiccup there for the Ascalts for certain. A big threat from Singapore's towering striker. And a good setup by the captain, Charles Leshok. Izwan Mabood to take the goal kick. Or Sakapano, sorry, to take the goal kick. Eduardo Sakapano, the Philippines goalkeeper. Just looking at how Singapore fared. They finished at the top of Group B with 6 points from 3 games. Purely on goal difference, because Malaysia finished just behind them. The difference was 1 goal. Singapore started off their campaign with a 3-0 defeat of defending champions Malaysia. Charles Leshok with a brace in the first game, Duric scoring as well. Then a 1-0 shock defeat to Indonesia with Andik Vermansyah getting the better of Singapore for his side. Then Singapore faced Laos. Once again, Charles Leshok netted a brace. Khairul Amri also scored, along with Fazrul. And that's picked up. No worries there for Singapore this time round. Philippines posing a very strong threat. It's Amri. An aggressive run. Once again taken away. Kali Demurga. Sips it to Juan Luis. Looking for a chance here from the left. Phil Younghusband. He's trying to set one up. Michael Weiss does know that this could be one of the most important games of his career with the Philippines national side. That was Patrick Reichelt earlier. Going for the Philippines, it's Giraldo. Juan Luis wrestling it down to the center. It's Duric. Well, lets that through for Charles Leshok, who takes control. Khairul Amri. Well, slight hesitation there. Got him to meet up with the Philippines defense. Charles Leshok has been playing for the team for a long period of time. It was Juan Luis Giraldo standing in the way of Khairul Amri. Singapore have scored 7 goals in the group stages. 57 minutes into the game. Michael Weiss has got his eye on the ball. Well, he was recommended by the German Football Federation or the association to the Philippines just a while back. Joined them in 2011. He took the Philippines all the way to the semi-finals of the Challenge Cup at the start of the year. Stepped back by Angeles. Giraldo. And Rob Gear moves to the Kali Murga. James Younghusband. has been marked fairly well, has not had too much of time with the ball. James. That's cleared out of danger's way. Bahaki Kazan. Just going to take a quick look at our captain since he has been in the news. The two captains actually, Rob Gear, who currently is unattached with the team right now. He's pretty much a free agent, but he does play for the Philippines national side. Quick bit of work being done there. Giraldo picks it up. What's he going to do? We'll try and find James. It's knocked away fairly easy. And that goes, well, I'd say a bit wide. Daniel Bennett there to help out. And Giraldo obstructed by Faruddin. I was looking at the other captain, Shahril Ishaq. Ishaq, of course, has been with the team for some time. Made his debut when he was just 19 years old against Maldives on the 4th of March 2003. Along with winger Muhammad Ridwan, defender Bahaki Kazan and keeper Hassan Sani. He was part of the NFA Gang of Four, the quartet which has played together since their early teen years. They earned their senior international honours in 2003 together. Can play a whole lot of roles. Striker, winger, or naturally a central midfielder. Played an important role in the Tiger Cup victory in 2005, also in the ASEAN Football Championship in 2007. Represented Singapore at the 2005 and SEA Games, 2006 Asian Games. Has been capped for Singapore under 16, under 18, under 23, went through all the steps. And August 2010, he was made the new captain of the national team. He has played a lot of football. 101 appearances for the Young Lions, 98 for Home United, 11 for Persib Bandung, and a 6-month period in Indonesia for the Medan Chiefs, 18, and now for the Lions, 12. Since this year, 18 appearances with 11 goals. For Singapore, since 2003, 100 caps with 11 goals. Of course, that's increasing. And Patrick Reichelt is not at all happy with the officials' call. Well, Bennett was tackled there. Reichelt says it wasn't me, it was him that ran away without you seeing him. Well, that's just looking at the lighter side of things. Free kick opportunity. Singapore will relish the thought of that. So Felisa knocks that fairly hard. Was talking about how in a basketball-dominated sports community, how football has risen up the ranks in the Philippines, and there's a very, very cool part to that, because the Azkals have been a work in progress, and it's pretty much showing right now. The fact that they got to host the first leg of the semi-finals. Of course, having said all that, we are going to look at one key aspect of this game, which we missed out on. Well, for Singapore, 10 of the 11 players on field, or 9 of the 11 players on field, sorry, play for the Lions 12. That's the team that represented Singapore in the Malaysia Cup. Perry Lamry.
Come on, guys, come on. Guys, take one.
Getting close, but not close enough. Radi Avramovic is not too happy. It's not about cutting through the defense, it's all about the finish, and that's something that has plagued Singapore in the past. They've been able to set up some really phenomenal goals. It's just the execution that has suffered. It will be Saiful Issa to take the corner for Singapore. Knocked fairly hard and turned away as well by Juan Luis Guirado. Philippines, will they stretch that away? It's a fairly decent run. Angeles slips it all the way to the left. It's Patrick Reichelt now. He's got to pick his man out. Decides to go for Phil Younghusband, or fails to get behind that. It's Angeles back again. Reichelt will collect it by Haki Kazan. Looking to head it away. Reichelt restores it. And James Younghusband gets it away from Duric. It's Angel Guirado now. Well, the Ascals are causing a bit of a worry for the Singapore defence. And Carly de Murga, or Carlos Alberto, has got a slight worry. A clash of feet there between him and Safawan Barudin. Both the lads will be all right. Safawan is 21 years old, also plays for the Lions 12. And Kali de Murga, 23, plays for Global FC. This one. "65 minutes. It's still a deadlock here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Sakabano will take charge. Well, the Rizal Memorial Track and Football Stadium, it's better known to us as the Rizal Memorial Stadium, was looking around the area today and realized it's been quite a work in progress too, just like the Philippines national football team. It's the national stadium of the Philippines, and it served as the main stadium of the 1954 Asian Games and the Southeast Asian Games on 3 occasions. It was renovated in 2011. Till then it had badly deteriorated and was unfit for international matches. It's the home of the Philippines national football team. It can seat anything between 13 to 30,000, depending on all the space, standing seating. Pagara trying to knock that ahead. It's picked up fairly easy by Iswan Mahmood. It looks like a slight worry. Michael Weiss has got a few words to say to Phil and James. By Haki Kazan down in the field, and attended to by the Singapore physio. Seems to be a slight worry for his neck, which is why the physio was trying to hold him down. Radi Avramovic. Trying to figure out what the fuss is all about. And that's the goal kick taken by Iswan Mahmood. Well, there's still no change in the scoreline as Philippines and Singapore battle it out as best as they can. It's just a matter of time. Well, time waits for no one, and neither of the two sides would like to finish off this game with a draw. But it's been a tough battle. The Philippines would have been looking to exploit home advantage, but Singapore have held their own. They aren't 3 times champions for nothing. Michael Weiss, of course, has been able to direct much of the action from the sidelines. Did get a bit of a warning there from the official early on, but it's going to be fairly interesting to see what exactly will he be able to do. Is there a change in strategy? Because this is the part of play where the Askulls are supposed to dominate, where they do find a way through and success. It's Gurado, and that's definitely going to be a free kick opportunity. Mustafik Farudin. We'll get a word there from the official. Burit stepping in to help out. Can the Philippines make the most of this? It's up in the air and it's past the right post, so no worries for Singapore as yet. Oh, what a contest this has been till now. Weiss himself will have realized it's not going to be an easy task to get past the lines. Well, we have given our coach the due earlier, that is Michael Weiss. It's time to also take a quick look at our other coach, Radi Avramovic. Well, the Singapore national team fans do call him Radi, but that's the name that he was also called when he was in Notts County. He's a Serbian who started his career playing for FK Borak Kachak. Made a single appearance and scored 2 goals as well. Then played for NK Rijeka, 162 appearances, again with a goal. Played for Notts County from 1979 to 1983 and became a fan favourite. Daniel Bennett. Well, appealing there to the coach, but picks up a caution. It's a bit surprising if you actually go to see. There are 3 cautions that have been handed out today, and all 3 have been to Singapore. Bennett with a tackle and a challenge on Patrick Reichelt. Free kick for the Philippines. Bennett will not be too happy about that. But he'll just have to grin and bear it. Unable to do much with an opportunity this time. The Ascalts. Time is running out. We're moving towards 80 minutes. Mulders. Paul Mulders scored in the first game to give Philippines a bit of motivation and a morale boost of sorts. Dorado using his skill this time. Was talking about Radi Avramovic. Well, after Notts County, where he made almost 200 appearances, 75 minutes into the game. What a chance here! Well, the Philippines hold strong. Philippines facing the threat now from Singapore, who are trying to get really close. Back to Radi Avramovic, played for Kovan City and then OFK Beograd. Finished his club career in 1985. As a part of the Yugoslavia national team in 1978, the team city is managed Oman, Kuwait from 2002 to 2003. And then Singapore all the way from 2003. It's Phil Young husband. It's off to Angel on the right. Well, that's the score. Pretty much tells the story. It's been a very tough fought battle here in Manila. The fans have enjoyed every moment of it. Well, we are certainly enjoying every moment of it as well. Let's also keep you in the loop in case I forgot to mention it earlier. It's been a fairly pleasant day in the Philippines. A bit chilly and cold at times. It was about 27 degrees Celsius when we started off proceedings here. Mustapik Farudin is down. And we've got a change coming on. To the Philippines' first footballer Emilio Caligdong will replace Patrick Reichelt. Caligdong is one of the most respected footballers here. He was a star of the side and a football fanatic way before football grew in popularity. Well, having said all that and talking about football for the longest period of time in the Philippines and how it was pretty much second in terms of priority, let's not forget that the oldest existing Asian team registered with the International Football Federation, or we talk about FIFA, is the Philippines. Way before anybody else. If I'm not mistaken, it was around between 1910 to 1915. Khairul Amri also seeks some help. And Caligdong is one of those footballers who's only 30 years old, but he's considered old school. His style of play, his dedication to the game. Khairul Amri getting a hand up. Radi's asking for a change. Amri's asking for the stretcher. Well, his right foot, well, got stamped at a bit of an odd angle. Well, it's almost like he twisted his right ankle. It's being helped out by Isa Halim and Shari Lashak. We've got a player coming on, replacing Khairul Amri. It's Fazrul Nawaz. Fazrul has also scored a goal against Laos. Well, good defence there by Singapore. They're able to knock that away. Now time would seem very precious as the minutes go by.
Patrick Reichelt, replaced by player number 13, Emilio Caligdong.
Well, early on the replacement, Caligdong coming in for Patrick Reichelt to Reichelt. It's just the same as tomato, but Caligdong has been quite a star, and it's good to see him on field. I was just looking back at our coach, Hans-Michael Weiss. He's a German football manager.
Number 18, Khairul Amri, replaced by player number 10, Fazrul Nawaz.
Fazrul Nawaz coming in for Khairul Amri. Well, back to Hans-Michael Weiss, a German football manager. Has worked at the Rwanda youth team programs and as technical director of the Federation Rwandese, the Football Association. It's the governing football body in Rwanda. Philippines do have a chance here, but it's just a slight slip up from Caligdong. It almost seemed like an open target for him, but Daniel Bennett was right behind, and Bayhaki Kazan able to help out with warding off the threat. Oh, Caligdong will rue that miss. It was such a chance where he would have been unmarked. Well, if you do look at Emilio Caligdong, he's a fairly small lad in size. He's not even as solid as some of the other footballers, but he's very talented, has got oodles of stamina, and he's a player that can slip through many a defense unnoticed, and that makes a huge difference. Back to Hans-Michael Weiss. Well, he completed his bachelor's degree in sports science and management at the University of Mainz. It was in 1995. Has served internships at Real Madrid, Arsenal, Kaiserslautern and River Plate. And that's the first altercation that we're looking at. Dennis Kagara really upset with Fazrul Nawaz. It's also Phil Young, husband is down, gets a helping hand from Bayhaki Kazan. That was Kagara. Well, there was definitely a strong challenge there by Fazrul. That's what Kagara was livid about, but Dennis Kagara does pick up a caution for that. Plays for Karlsruhe SC in the Bundesliga. A lot of times it's gone unnoticed, the kind of work that Bayhaki Kazan has done for Singapore, the fact that he's been around for such a long period of time. And along with Sharil Ishaq, Mohammad Ridwan has been quite, well, the star for Singapore. He's happily settled and supposed to be a great lad off the field. But on field as well. Daniel Bennett able to clear the threat before Caligdong could pounce on top of it. You've got a player like Emilio Caligdong who's got lingering close by. You know it's going to be a good amount of trouble, especially if you aren't alert to the danger or the activity that the striker could be up to. And Charles Ishak is not too happy about being pushed around. Five minutes shy of full-time here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. If neither of the sides manages to hit the back of the net, the outcome of this semi-final will be left to the second leg. But Singapore looking to break through. Once again, some heady defense there from the Philippines. And that's made such a huge difference. Keep it cool, says the official. Tackle on James by Isa Halim. (15 fouls Singapore). Doesn't tell too much of a story. Having said that, this is a tough game and a strong contest. Where the taste of victory will far outrun anything else on field. It's another change that we're looking at. Kagara will be replaced by Jeffrey Christians. Chance here for Team Singapore. Got a couple of players who are down. Charles Ishak gets back up, but it looks like Farudin's down. It's Daniel Bennett, not Farudin. Radi Abramovich is not too happy about the official telling him to move back. Caligdong hoping to provide for his side. He's got the sneaky ability of snatching possession every now and then. 4 minutes of added time is what we have in the game. 4 minutes before our official for today. Al Hilali Abdullah Muhammad Masood can call it the end of play.
There will be 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes.
It's Djuric, man on a mission, sets it up to the left. There could be a chance here. No, that could have been an own goal, but good work being done there by the Ascals, and Saiful Issa also posing a threat. Well, it's certainly been a tough battle so far today. The Lions, will they be able to claw their way through and take 3 points from this game? What's going to be the outcome? The next couple of minutes matter the most to us. Shadan taking the corner, but once again Singapore unable to knock that one through. Well, did speak about Hans-Michael Weiss a while back and forgot to mention the team's he's coached, Kyoto Purple Sanga, and China Under-20 assistant manager. Was in charge of Rwanda as technical director, and his first full-time coaching job has been with the Philippines since last year. He's done it really well for himself. Just to make a mention of Shi Jiayi, and of course the fact that the Singapore team has totally supported him. The 29-year-old last time missed out on an AFF Suzuki Cup tournament 2 years ago. He had to return to Shanghai to be with his gravely ill grandfather, who he was very, very close to, and who later, well, moved on. But this time, Shi Jiayi had to go back to Shanghai to meet up with some relatives. But undisclosed personal issue. It, of course, is a matter of great privacy, and the national team has totally supported him. Having said that, the Ascals here today have held their own against the 3-time champions, and that has been quite a story. There will be something to talk about for a long time to come. He is not happy. That's exactly what Saiful Issa was. Not happy about that challenge and about the fact that nobody was pulled up for it. It's definitely going to be a very strong chance here for the Philippines. Well, to leave things to the next round when they face off at Singapore, but these last few minutes could make the difference as we look to nail things in this very game. And that's full time. Right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. As Singapore and Philippines fail to get the better of each other. This is the first leg of the semi-final in the AFF Suzuki Cup. We do hope you've enjoyed this encounter as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. Final score, it's Philippines 0, Singapore 0. We do leave things to the second leg to find out which of these two sides will progress to the final stage of the tournament. Thank you so much for joining us to share the action with us. Do have a lovely rest of this weekend, and from all of us here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila, it's time to say good night and goodbye This has been memorable.
Yeah, I think we saw two different halves, and I'm happy with the second half. And the first half we were too cautious, we were too intimidated somehow, and didn't push up the line enough. So we gave the opponent the possibility to play to their strengths. I think in the second half we made it better, and I think the 0-0 is a deserved result for both sides. So that leaves us